Hey everybody, David Solomon, Stuart Brisgell here for you. Sorry for the slight delay, technical problems on our end, but we're going to be talking about today what the heck is wrong with people, why the reactions, and we're going to focus on the sweet Krispy Kreme. Stuart, give us our 10-second countdown.
You got 10.
Hey everybody, David Solomon, Stuart Brisgell with you here. I'm in Montreal, Stuart's in Florida. All is good. Hope you're all doing well. Stuart, how are we doing today?
We're doing awesome, man. It's sunny. At least it was sunny when I got to my office. Unfortunately, that's far before most people even get up.
Yeah, I hear you. Same thing this morning, early rising. I'm looking outside here, beautiful sunny day. And you would think that that would have an impact on people. Sunny, beautiful, spring. But no, my friend. Why? Why should it make a difference? So today, folks, you saw on our promo, we were talking about Krispy Kreme. And you're trying to say, where are these guys going with Krispy Kreme? Well, you know, in case you haven't paid attention in the last 13 months, we have this thing called COVID. It's a small little global pandemic, right? It's affecting everybody. And finally, a few months ago, the pharmaceuticals have come out with these wonderful vaccines, and the governments are begging people to go out and get vaccinated. And this little country of Israel started this little thing to try to get people to come to get vaccinated, because there's still a bunch of people who weren't sure, whatever. So they were pushing the idea of a slice of pizza, some hummus, a pastry, coffee, whatever to get you to come to get a vaccine. And it worked. It's amazing the reaction, how it worked so well in that little country. And then lo and behold, just recently, the chief executive officer of Krispy Kreme makes an announcement that if you come with your vaccine card and show that you've been vaccinated, we'll give you a free donut. Now, you would think that this simple act of, it's their famous donut, Stuart. I don't know if you've ever had one of their donuts, but it's their famous donut. People, instead of saying, that's nice, how kind, or, you know what, great, but not for me. Oh, please, why? Why should they react this way, Stuart? Simply put, people have simply lost their minds. Case in point, okay? The daily, the comedy shows, the night shows, they're all talking about what a bad idea this is. Okay, this is terrible. What are you doing to people? Don't you know people can't handle it? On the Daily Show, if you don't qualify yet, don't worry, Krispy Kreme still offers affordable pre-existing conditions. Like, come on. And then a podcaster named Bridget Fataisi tweeted, obesity is one of the primary factors that affects your response to COVID, and these bleeping are giving away a donut today if you're vaccinated. Everything is so dumb.
You know, Dave, I got to jump in. I find the media so disingenuous, it's retarded. And this Dr. Lena Wynn, I don't know who you are, Dr. Lena Wynn, but you know what? You're such a big talker. I would like you to give a year's worth of free medical advice to anyone that comes in your office. I want you to refund every insurance company, Dr. Lena Wynn, that is at Dr. Leanawen. You're a moron. Absolute moron. You know what? If you want to give free medical advice, good for you. You don't. You're a cheap bastard. Krispy Kreme is giving every single person, except certain restrictions, a free donut for going to do your civic duty. The media wants you to do your civic duty. Go get vaccinated. What moron wants to discourage and run another company under? Oh, donuts aren't so healthy for you. I'm sorry. You look like you got a fat ass, Lena, and I don't like you. And everyone said they're tired of us being politically correct. And I've been rather quiet, and I haven't ranted. But Lena Wynn, MD, you're a putz. You get the Human Putz Award today.
You know what?
Yep.
You know what, Stuart? It's fascinating. You took one example, but this is where I think that people have lost their freaking minds. Because at the end of the day, did anybody come with a gun and say, you got to get the donut? No, no. The opposite. You don't want a donut? Don't eat a donut. You know, hey, there are people on a diet who might really love a donut right now. Why make them feel bad?
Hang on, but you
You
got to know
know,
where you got to know where this doctor comes from. This doctor, right, is from Planned Parenthood. This is the Planned Parenthood doctor from Baltimore, right? Professor at George Washington University. We send our kids to these schools. This woman is a moron. David, I can't say any more. I hope everyone that listens goes on Twitter, obviously give us a tag, shames the hell out of this woman, because this woman is just cuckoo bananas. I
okay,
want everyone to demand that she should. I mean, this woman is crazy, not a good. I mean, really?
but it goes, but she's
Fatobia?
just,
We're
she's,
Fatobia?
no, but this is it. This is it. This is the problem, folks. We have become a society of reactionaries. I mean, listen to the CEO of Krispy Kreme, what he said. Okay? He said basically, folks, you know what? We're a treat company. If you don't want a donut,
Don't
you don't
have
have to.
exactly.
Okay? But instead, what happens, and this is the point of my rant, folks. Okay? And while Stuart absolutely, verbally abused this one individual,
Oh yes,
I
verbally
have
abused.
I
Hey man,
have this serious problem with what's become of our society today. A simple act, a simple gesture, call it whatever you want, something that is voluntary to go out and do. Instead of a thank you, instead of okay, instead of that's nice, no. We rip. And you know what the problem is, folks? It's the social media factor. And I'm going to tell you something, Stuart.
yep.
I only recently rejoined Facebook. I spent 3 years off of Facebook because when my personal political views, personal, were put on Facebook to try to debate, not argue, not rip, to debate with other people, to show people potentially another side, I got ripped so hard, I said, I am out. Because Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, you name the social media, all of a sudden, every person, and I'm trying to use that term very nicely, has found a platform in which they can say and do whatever they want. They can rip people any which way they want with no repercussion. I am glad that this doctor put her name, and I'm glad what you said, but frankly, what is wrong? What happened to free choice? What happened to that? No, I have to be told by some moronic doctor how to act? Please.
Listen,
Okay?
listen. I'm not going to say I am God's gift to embodiment of a temple where a donut didn't go awry. But this is Passover, man. Like, do you want to torture me more? I can get a free donut? Not this week. Listen, it's plain, it's simple. The media is off the frickin' rails. This woman is off the frickin' rails. If you're not part of the solution, you're the problem. And this has been like kind of like the uniform across all of our rants, David. We're kind of ranting about people that are just going stupid. You know what? There used to be a time where we reasoned. There used to be a time where we wanted to be better than the next generation. This is the first time in history where everyone wants you not to be the best person in history. Be the worst. Be a racist. Be a divisionist. Do everything under the sun that is just bad. And you'll be applauded. And if you try and stand out and do something good, like Krispy Kreme actually did, yes, it's a marketing play. You give a free birthday donut, as I said. But you know what? To go on the record and villainize a company who's trying to do something to encourage people to do the right thing, you know what? Wear a mask. I wear a mask. I show it almost every podcast. Do you want to know something? Eat your fucking donut too. If your doctor doesn't say it's going to kill you, eat your fucking donut.
You know what?
It's free at Krispy Kreme.
You know what? I got to tell you. And you brought up a really good point. We just don't know how to respond to anything anymore. It's all about harsh negativity. And I applaud certain people who've looked at life in a much more middle of the road perspective. It's not, you know what? Agree with me, disagree with me. Be respectful.
Yeah, they
Agree with
can't.
me?
They can't.
Great.
They
You
can't.
disagree with me? Let's discuss. Let's debate. Let's have a great conversation, a dialogue. Two people. No, instead, I get vilified. We get vilified. We're made to feel like garbage because we accepted a donut. Had it been Starbucks offering a cup of coffee or a scone, would it have been any better?
Starbucks. Ooh, get it. I don't hear that fucking idiot from Starbucks saying, I'll give you a free coffee if you get your vaccine. Where the
No.
hell are these social megites?
Well, there you go. There you go.
They're
There you
social
go.
maggots. They're social maggots. And that's all they are. You know what? Again, kudos to you, Krispy Kreme. Keep up the good work. You're not a sponsor of our show. I rarely eat your donuts, but I think your heart's in the right place. You're putting your pocketbook on the line. And if you're not, you're a cheap bastard, and it serves you well. Dr. Lena, I hope you show me your 1040 and how much money you gave away this year, because I think you're a cheap bitch. You work
Well,
for Planned Parenthood. I don't like you. You're bad. I'm using your tactics in Planned Parenthood. You're bad. You're
so there you
horrible.
go.
You
So
should
there
have
you go.
abortion.
So there you go. You're no better than she is. If you're going to go off on that kind of stuff, you're no better than she is. And that's the problem I have. Okay? And you definitely rip the person and you might expect a lawsuit. But you know what? The truth of the matter is that what happens is that when corporate America comes to the forefront in certain ways, it's incredible to watch how people will rip that as you called it a marketing ploy.
But
You know
David,
what? You know what? Maybe hold on a second. Well, maybe it is a.
I got to get this across. Number one, this is a public figure. She works for Planned Parenthood, which is primarily funded by the federal government. And as a public service worker, her privacy is out the window. She put herself out there. She put her comments against a corporate American customer. And you know what? She needs to be villainized. I have no apology. And you know what? She graduated maybe from a great school. She got an MD. She's sitting on her brain, not using it.
Okay,
and that's the problem.
And therein lies what I'm talking about, folks. My colleague here shows you exactly what happens when you have a platform and you could just rant and rip a person.
Too much coffee.
And this is where we've lost the focus. You know, and again, I'll repeat it. If corporate America wants to provide a free donut, it is your choice to take it or not. Don't let anybody, and I mean don't let anybody sway you one way or another, except your doctor. Okay? If you want to treat yourself to a donut because you went out and you went and saved a life because you're vaccinated yourself, you may have saved a life, then to hell with these people with their self-serving attitudes about what is right for you. You know what's right for you. Don't let them convince you.
David, you're not ranting. I'm ranting. I'm ranting and I'm raving. And you know what? When you rant, you got to tell someone in honest, plain English, you're an idiot. And if you're afraid to call someone an idiot and believe in participation awards, this woman, Lena, Dr. Lena, you deserve it. But you want to know something? I give the gold medal to Krispy Kreme over and over and over again. And you know what? I challenge any corporate American company to give something away if you got a vaccination card. You know what? I think we should take vaccination cards and punch them. Free donut, free this, 10% off here, free bagel. You know what? I think the world of you. We need to get out of our houses. We need to get out into the world. This pandemic needs to come to an end, and we can't villainize those who are trying to encourage America to do the right thing. And you know what? I challenge Tim Hortons to give away a medium double-double to everyone that gets 2 shots in Canada. But I think we spoke about that last week. You're not getting 2 shots in Canada.
Well, we are, but let's not go there. But folks, I got to tell you, first of all, speaking of Krispy Kreme, Shout out to my Aunt Sarah. I love you, but I always think of you and Krispy Kreme. But folks, seriously, it's all about the whole purpose of this rant was just to give you a demonstration about how when people have a pulpit, how they treat it and what they do with it. And when this doctor abuses her position and insults and embarrasses Americans to that extent, you know what their values are and why we no longer have respect for those folks. But at the same time, go out and get vaccinated, please. And you know what? Take your donut and put it on social media and tell Dr. Lena, I got my freaking donuts.
You know what? That's a great one. I challenge everyone to post on the Rant Network on our page a picture with them eating their Krispy Kreme donut. You know what?
After getting vaccinated, absolutely.
You know what, David? I think we need to sponsor this. I think whoever has the best picture with them in the Krispy Kreme donut, I'm going to send you a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. I don't care where you are. The best picture, and David and I will vote, will get a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts that I'm going to buy with $100 bills in my pocket. I don't carry anything less.
Stuart, you know what the time is right now? Oh, yes. We've ranted. We've ranted. I did a great time.
What are we ranting about tomorrow?
You know what? I'm going to rant tomorrow about another thing that drives me crazy. And that is whatever happened to being a salesperson as a career. It doesn't make sense to me. When did we turn being a salesperson into being one of the lowest forms of man? Watch out for our Rant Network link coming out on Facebook later today. We will see you tomorrow at noon. We thank you all for your feedback. We love your comments. Stay well, stay safe, get vaccinated, and get a